The gymnasium buzzed with proud families, camera flashes, and the squeak of folding chairs scraping against polished floors. Balloons in school colors floated near the ceiling, and a banner stretched across the stage congratulating the graduating class. Parents filled the front rows in pressed suits and elegant dresses, holding bouquets and wiping away happy tears. In the very last row, near the exit doors, a man in a simple button-down shirt and worn work boots slipped quietly into a seat. His hands were rough, the kind shaped by mops, buckets, and long nights of scrubbing hallways after everyone else had gone home. He kept his head low, as if afraid of taking up too much space. On his wrist was a faded hospital band he still hadn't thrown away, and beneath the sleeve of his shirt, partially hidden, was an old tattoo. He was a single father. A janitor at the same high school where his son was graduating with honors. Most people in the room knew him only as Mr. Daniels, the custodian. They'd seen him pushing his cart before sunrise, buffing the floors before pep rallies, fixing broken lockers without complaint. Few knew he'd been raising his son alone since the boy was 5. Fewer still knew how many nights he'd gone without sleep, working double shifts to afford tutoring, school trips, and a second-hand laptop so his son could keep up with the other kids. On stage, his son stood tall in a blue graduation gown, scanning the crowd. When their eyes met, the boy's nervous expression softened. He gave the smallest nod. His father nodded back, heart swelling so full it almost hurt. The principal began calling names. Applause erupted one by one as students crossed the stage. Then came the announcement that changed everything. In this year's valedictorian, the gym fell silent. Ethan Daniels. The room exploded with cheers. Ethan walked forward, confident but humble. He shook hands, accepted his diploma, and then stepped to the podium to give his speech. Halfway through his heartfelt words about perseverance and sacrifice, the side doors of the gym opened. Heads turned as a Navy officer in full-dress uniform stepped inside. His medals caught the light. Conversations hushed. The officer scanned the room as if searching for someone. His eyes landed on the last row. On the janitor. The officer's face went pale. Slowly, almost reverently, he walked down the aisle. People parted without understanding why. When he reached the back row, he stopped in front of the quiet man in work boots. Petty Officer Daniel Harris. The captain asked, his voice trembling. The janitor stiffened. It had been years since anyone called him that. He stood slowly. Yes, sir. The captain's gaze dropped to the edge of the tattoo peeking from beneath his sleeve, a small anchor intertwined with angel wings and a date. Tears filled the captain's eyes. I thought you were gone, he whispered. The gym was silent now, Ethan frozen at the podium. Years ago, during a rescue mission at sea, a violent explosion had torn through their ship. Daniel Harris had carried 2 injured sailors to safety before diving back into smoke and flames to pull out his commanding officer, the very man now standing before him. In the chaos that followed, Daniel had been listed among the missing. Severely injured and suffering memory loss, he'd been separated from his unit and quietly discharged after months in recovery. He never corrected the records. He just went home to raise his son.